Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome back to the Playlist Babes podcast. Bow, bow, bow.
Bow, bow.
I'm Sydney.
I'm Amani.
We're besties. Okay, we're going to jump into it.
Yes, we have things to do today.
Yes, track 2, we are talking about Dreamville Festival.
Dreamville. We're actually in the middle of Dreamville. It's Sunday right now
Sunday,
when we're filming.
Mm-hmm.
So the set list got pushed back a little bit, so we have a little bit of extra time.
Thank God. We were out there all day yesterday.
All day. Day 2.
Very cold.
Very cold, and we're going to get into that.
Okay, let's jump right in.
Let's jump right in. So let's talk about let's just talk about our past Dreamville experiences and which years you attended, because I know you've been before me.
Yes. I went to, this is 24. I went to 23 and I went to 22.
22. Okay, when was the first one?
I want to say 2019.
Fact checker. Can you look into that while we're doing it? Did you go to the Dollar and the Dream?
I did not.
Okay. I know a couple people went to that.
Yeah.
First Dreamville Fest was in 2019.
2019,
We know
okay.
music.
Okay.
It was so hard because tickets were $1.
Yes. So people were lined up. Yes. I had a friend who went there. She was in line for hours.
Yeah.
And was that in Fayetteville?
No, I think that was the first one, if I'm not mistaken, was in New York.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm completely messed up.
He has strong ties in New York.
Okay, so my friend is from Lumberton, which is like a small town outside of Fayetteville, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that she went to something in Fayetteville in the early years, but I could be completely wrong.
I don't know if there was $1 in the Dream. I know he's done a couple of concerts in Fayetteville. I don't know if $1 in the Dream was there.
Okay, but so you went to the
22 and 23.
Okay, 22 and 23. Okay.
Yep,
My first one was with you in 23.
Yes, we had a great time.
We had a great time.
Let's see, that year, last year, Drake was headliner.
Yes, and Usher
was headliner. Yes, amazing
Usher was
performances.
day 1, Drake was day 2.
Amazing performances.
Amazing.
Usher did a great job. That was my first time seeing Usher live.
Me too. I was so excited.
It was crazy because his set was kind of small compared to everything else we've seen him do, but it was still star production.
It was so amazing, and Usher's one of those artists that I know a lot of songs of. So like when he was going back to back to back, I was like, oh my gosh,
I'm with you.
I was so in love. I wanted to go to the Vegas residency, I didn't.
Oh, so
but
good.
his Super Bowl performance, side note, off track. That made me proud as a Black American. It made me so proud. He
really
said,
good.
I'm not doing any of my pop things. I'm doing straight R&B because this is for the niggas.
Yeah.
The
Strictly
real niggas.
for the niggas.
Strictly for the real niggas. I think he gave him like 3 seconds of
Yeah.
and then that was it.
Amazing.
But anyway.
Let's see. Those performances were great. Who else did we really like last year? Oh, Drake brought a lot of surprise guests. Lil Wayne, 21.
Yes.
Glorilla came out during Drake's
and
set.
Uzi. I was so surprised about Uzi. That was so
that was cool.
so cool. Yeah.
Glorilla came out during Drake's set, which was crazy because she was already supposed to perform at Dreamville.
And she didn't.
She did not perform.
Yeah, she didn't make it. Apparently there was like a flight situation.
Oh.
And she didn't make it to that, but she was able to make it too.
Yeah, but she did good on his set.
Yeah, she really did.
Yeah, she did.
I think she only performed at the time. She only had like 1 or 2 songs released. So
she did.
Right now, I feel like it would be better for her to perform again if she were to come back.
It was really good though.
So we already talked about it, but who are your favorite artists from those years that you've seen?
So the ones that I've seen, of course, Usher did a great job. Lil Wayne, that was 22. He came out, and let me tell you, the niggas was outside.
Yeah.
Like, everybody was outside. Lighters was going on. Like, smoke was everywhere. Like, it was a great performance. And it's like, people know Wayne is really the king of this shit. But seeing him live and, like, your performance songs with him, it's just like, you really the king of this shit.
Yeah.
Like, it was amazing. I really enjoyed Usher, Wayne, Summer.
I forgot she performed.
When Summer Walker did her set, it was so good.
And she is another artist that you know a lot of her songs too. So yeah.
But I won't sleep it on Summer because let me tell you, that Over It album, bangers.
And the thing about this Over It album, it took me like 3 listens to really get into it. But after that 3rd listen, word for word, I was in tune.
Oh, I knew it.
Because I think that Summer, like Mariah the Scientist, I know you're not a big fan of Mariah the Scientist, but I like Mariah the Scientist. But you have to get over like you sounding like her when you're in the shower. Because that's what it's going to sound like. But the lyrics are there.
Yeah.
And I feel like the same thing with Summer. I was like, sometimes you feel like, I could do this. But like, there's an appeal to that. And also the lyrics are there.
I felt like her album hit harder because we saw her life playing out.
Yeah.
Like with the paparazzi, with the blogs and everything. So it's just like, you singing about how much you hate this nigga, and so am I.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I hate his ass too.
Yeah, my favorite performances were Usher, J. Cole, and Drake. I've never seen J. Cole or Drake or any of these people live, but like J. Cole was like, it's such a magical moment seeing someone from your state and from your city. Even though I'm not from Fayetteville, my family's from Fayetteville, you're from Fayetteville, and like it's still very like close in proximity. So it's like, wow, this person from my city is like on this stage putting on this big production. That's always going to be amazing. And then Drake is just one of those artists that you're just like, wow. And he brought up all those people.
Yeah,
it's just like, he really made it worth your money when it comes to festivals.
I think it always hits me for J. Cole, like, when you think about, I don't know, because people from your city, they're stars to you.
Yeah.
Like, they're really big stars to you. Like, they're from my city, blah, blah, blah. But it's crazy. And each year I went to Dreamville. It's crazy going into Dreamville, seeing how many people is there. And it's just like,
wow,
you really did this shit, bro. Like, a nigga from my city, like, his thing was always $1 in a dream. Like, his thing was always Dreamville. It's just so beautiful.
Yes.
For him and for us to see what that turned into.
I completely
it really
agree.
hits me all the time.
I agree so much.
Yeah.
So next topic, we're going to talk about Dreamville versus other festivals. Have you been to any other festivals outside of Dreamville?
Well, before we start that, we were saying, how was the weather for the other years?
Oh, yes.
Let's talk about it, because weather for the 2 years I went, beautiful. The first year, 22, we were worried because it was going to rain.
Yes.
So everybody was like, oh my gosh. It rained that Friday. I want to say it rained it either rained all day Friday or all day Friday night.
Yes.
And we were terrified because we're like, if it's raining, like, we cute, like, people got their hair done. It's like, oh my goodness. Weather was beautiful.
Yeah.
Weather was beautiful, 22. It was a little muddy, but I mean, I'm okay with that if it ain't raining on my head.
Right.
23 was beautiful.
Beautiful. And we actually had a tornado situation, right? Like hurricane situation, remember?
Oh, in 23?
In 23. And that's why everything got pushed back like 3 hours.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And so that one actually really worked out because everything got pushed back like 2 or 3 hours. It was super easy to park. It was super easy to get in.
We got away with it last year.
It was so laxed because of the weather thing.
Yeah, we got away with it last year.
And we were able to walk in, and it was beautiful. The second day, we were in line for an hour.
Yeah, we were.
It was awful because we missed probably which would have been one of our favorite set. We missed Waka.
We were in line while Waka was performing.
The entire performance too. So like that was annoying. And that's what I was going to say about the Dreamville versus other festivals. Have you been to any other festivals?
I have not. Dreamville's
So
my
I've
only
been
one.
to Rolling Loud in the Meadows.
Okay.
Rolling Loud is now in Florida and California. And then the Meadows was in New York.
Okay.
Hella people.
In New York? First of all,
both. California and the Meadows.
Those are states with a lot of people.
A lot of people. But also, I feel like Dreamville is still very Black. It's still very localized and still very like, it's not one of the bigger festivals. It's getting there. Believe me, it's getting there. But it's not, when you go to those other festivals, you're like, oh. Yeah. Like the Meadows to me, I mean, Dreamville to me is like the fair. Like you know, everyone from the state is there, but it's not that many people. Yeah. It's a lot of people, but when you go to California Loud and shit, and I can only imagine. A lot of people. We were in line for an hour and a half. In line, mind you, just going through security and going to just do our badge. No thanks. That's why, like the first year when I was going, I was so nervous. I don't remember if you know. Remember, I was so nervous about the festival because I just had not a bad experience, but like it was like you had to just be extra prepared for that. Yeah. I think that makes a big difference. Also, now here we have them now. How long has fact checker? Can you check how long Broccoli Fest has been going on? Because now Broccoli Fest is in the area. I don't know. We're in North Carolina. We're not really close to anything. I mean, our closest big city is DC, which is 4 hours away. Atlanta 6 hours away. Yeah. So like, people come to Charlotte, which is 2 hours away from me. How many hours away from you? 2.5, 3. 2.5 hours. So like, these festivals usually aren't in these areas. But how long has Broccoli Fest been around?
So Broccoli Fest first took place in 2010.
Okay, so Broccoli Fest has been going on for a while. I did not know that.
I didn't know that.
I did not know that. Have they always been in DC? Maybe I'm tripping about that. I just don't remember.
I want to say it's always been a DC
being
thing.
this close to us.
Yeah.
And
so,
I don't.
I'm not sure where the first place it took place in. Oh no, the first place it took place in was in Los Angeles, but it started being in DC in 2013.
2013. Okay.
Wow.
So
yeah, and it's been a DC thing since then. That's what's up.
That is what's up. But yeah, the festival is like, I have such a what is the like. admiration for people who can plan something that big. Festivals with that many people, especially in a city that's not used to that type of traffic. Yeah, I don't think Raleigh's used to that type of traffic on a daily basis. Maybe for events, but like all of our North Carolina's sporting events are at least our national, like the Charlotte Hornets and the Charlotte what's the other one?
Carolina Panthers.
They're both in Charlotte. They're not in Raleigh, Durham. So I don't think we're just ready for that. So that kind of thing can get tricky.
But it's been bringing a lot of. It's crazy to hear how much money it brings into the city. It brings
a lot of money, and I'm like, and again, like it's still small. It's manageable compared to those other ones. I enjoyed those other ones. They can get bigger acts at those other ones, and they are a little bit better at accommodating the people. But it's still very overwhelming to see that many people in one setting.
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't been to any other festivals, but it's overwhelming seeing how many people is at Dreamville. Yeah. Like when you're there, it's a lot of people, but it's like for me, I can tell when it's a lot of people. One, when we're leaving, and two, when they post like the pictures, crowd pictures. What you mean all of us was in there? Yeah. Oh my God.
Or you haven't gotten lost by yourself.
No.
That is when you realize there's so many people here.
I will have a heart attack somewhere.
It's crazy. Yeah. And then, so does audience size matter to you? Does it take away the fun or anything?
Sometimes I think it can. Yeah. Now, I am a concert girly who doesn't mind being in the back. Yeah. I'm short. Right, so same. I can't be in the front, or if I am in the front, I have to be at the very front, and I'm not into that. People all on my back, I don't know. I'm good on that. Yeah, but I feel like it does because it's either too rowdy, it's not too many places to stand if it's hella people, right? But I will say, I feel like it only takes away when you're trying to maneuver. Right, when someone is performing, I love it. Right, when people are vibing, everybody's singing the words, and when artists stop so the crowd can sing whatever, and you hear all the audience singing it. I love that. That really does it for me. But trying to maneuver and get food and go to the bathroom,
it's a lot.
I hate it.
It's a lot.
I hate it.
My younger brother, he is 20 years old. So last year he was 19 years old, just turned 19, and he got to Dreamville at 8 a.m. The doors opened at 10 a.m. and he was able to be up front for the Drake and J. Cole part. But mind you, he had to be there at
all day.
We didn't leave that place till 12 o'clock. Yeah. We didn't get home till
like 1
going on 2 o'clock. Yeah. That's a commitment. Mind you, he couldn't go and eat anywhere. Yeah. I barely think, I want to say that he couldn't even go to the bathroom. Yeah. But when I tell you this man is on all the promo for Dreamville though, and that's something that I feel like if you want to commit to an experience, 100%.
It's worth it.
I'm too old for that. Yeah. I am not. I want to stroll in when I want to stroll in. Even now, we're not going to probably get there until 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, and we're okay with that.
I'm not.
And that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So the other thing about how do you feel about the set list? Because right now everybody is on tour. I know there's a lot of controversy around this particular set list.
Everybody was saying the set list was bad. I don't know if I agree it's bad. I will say it's smaller. There are of course some known acts, but there aren't as many big acts as there are small. Yeah. I'm excited though. It is I don't know, it's just a smaller set list, I feel like.
Yeah. I want to say that I feel like Dreamville, any festival in general, I feel like people are kind of surprised by the price, and we can talk about the price too. But it's around $300. It's 2 days. That's 2 days of festivities for $300. But I don't feel like it's bad, especially if you're a music person, you like stuff like that. Yeah. You get a combination of people, maybe some newer artists if you're willing to stay there all day. Yeah. Or just at least 2 big hitters if you only go to the last 2 performances, which is at this rate concert tickets are so high.
Yeah, they are.
It's kind of a deal this way.
Because you're seeing multiple people instead of one for maybe 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, it really depends. But so we're going to have a game called Overrated or Underrated, right?
Yes.
And so we're just going to talk about different things from festivals that we think are overrated or underrated. So the first one is themed outfits.
I think it's just rightly rated. I don't think it's overrated or underrated. I think it's just rightly rated.
We're clearly dressed in pink for Nikki. But you see, we're pretty comfortable. We both have jeans on. We both have a pink shirt on. But
we're going to have comfy shoes on.
Yeah.
We plan on having fuzzy socks because it's going to be cold.
It's going to be cold.
Yeah. I think it's just rightly rated.
I think it's a little overrated. And I know we're dressed for Nikki at this point, but some people, especially the Coachella pictures and like the certain pictures, really have people fucked up. I feel like it's not a good representation of what actually is happening out there in the field.
I think Coachella is a great representation for California.
Yeah.
Don't come to Raleigh, North Carolina trying to dress up in Coachella outfits.
But that's the thing, though. I think the Coachella people, what they're doing in Coachella, I think that it's overrated. Like, you are in the desert. Palm Springs, it's 90 degrees out there.
I think it's just perfectly
rated. And it gets 30 degrees cold out there. You're on sand desert. You're wearing heels out there. You're walking. I'm like, y'all.
I think the bohemian, I love those looks for Coachella.
No, they're cute.
Adorable. Am I gonna wear heels all day? No.
I genuinely compare going to festivals to going camping.
Yeah, you do.
So if you think to yourself, will I go camping? If you're less than out of a 1 to 10, if you're at a 5, don't go to a festival. You're not going to enjoy yourself. There's a lot. Do you like early morning hikes? Do you like weathering the weather? Do you like wearing comfortable shoes? And do you like scavenging for your food?
Oh my God.
No,
this is facts.
For real. You're not gonna like it. Do you like peeing in an uncomfortable position? If these things that you don't
this is a really good comparison.
It's camping.
Yeah,
you're camping. And so if you don't like it, and if you're like a RTV girl, is it RTV? Mm-hmm. RTV girl or a camping girl? Not camping, cabin girl.
Yeah.
VIP. But that means that you're gonna spend extra money.
You're gonna spend some money.
That's the other thing. Next section. Overrated or underrated? VIP section.
I feel like, from the different experiences we've heard, even the fact checker, he gave us some perspective on VIP. It kind of sounds worth it.
It sounds worth it.
Now, is it worth it on my dime? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. But was it worth it for what I've heard in the price? Not terrible.
I agree. I think that it might be either rated or underrated because I think with age, you pay for comfortability.
And that sounds like a lot of
I said, my brother was 20 years old in the mud, 19 years old in the mud, girl, in the mud.
Facts.
I was just looking at him like, hell no.
Hell no.
But I could see myself paying the extra penny, especially if you have it in your financial.
Yeah.
Don't go broke doing this.
Please.
Now. Do not go broke doing this.
It's just 2 days.
It's just 2 days. But if you have it and you're willing to spend it, go to the VIP section, enjoy getting shuttled to your car, enjoy the inside bathroom.
You can sit down.
Yeah, you can sit down.
For you to sit down, which must be beautiful.
Yeah.
We get blankets and sit on the ground.
And lay them out and then wrap them around. It's hard out here. Food and drinks. Overrated or underrated?
Overrated.
Yeah.
One, because I have so many problems with the food. One, why do we have Chinese food? Why do we have seafood bowls?
Why do weird.
We have... and then it's going to be $20.
Yeah.
For fries.
$20 for fries. $20 for tater tots.
Yes.
Tater tots are $20.
Yes. That's overrated.
It's overrated. I agree with you. I think it's really overrated.
It's so overrated.
And they know that you're starving and you're hungry.
And you're going to be there all day.
Here he goes.
It's only overrated for general admission.
Okay. Our fact checker, no offense, is quite a bougie bitch.
He is.
And he
quite
likes
bougie.
to be in VIP. He gets fam passes.
Yeah.
We don't know what that life is like.
We don't know what that life is out. But also, I feel like they're, fancy schmancy food trucks. And I think those food trucks are overrated. They're charging you.
Yeah, it could be.
You pay for your food and you're like $40, but it's good. But
I'm about
it's
to
also
say, I have heard it's good though.
It's good, but damn.
I think
food
festival
trucks,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, festival good.
Because when you go to the fair, how much you spending? That's
probably that same amount. Yeah.
Any of these things, they know they're going to get you because you're hungry. You have nowhere else to get food from.
Where else are you
have
gonna
nowhere
eat?
else to get drinks from. So
where else are you gonna eat?
Yeah,
girl, come over here and get a $25 catfish and quit playing. I will say last thing about the food. This is 23.
Yes.
Our first day we got food and it was kind of a quick thing, trash. Second day we looked around a little bit. That's the thing. You gotta look around before you start getting hungry because there are some good spots. We found a seafood spot with like catfish and I think we had like crab fries or something like that. Toe catfish
up. It was good.
And we asked for some hot sauce. She was like, I gave you some. Yeah, we seen that.
Yeah, we seen that. We need
some
more
hot sauce over here.
Yes.
It was bomb.
It was so good. Definitely $25 though for 2 pieces of fish and a fry.
We split something else and it came to $100. We got 2 pieces of fish. Yeah. We got something else and then we split something else really small and it came to $100.
Wow.
I remember that.
Wow. I don't even remember. I just remember it being like $25 a plate, but you're probably closer to right.
I remember.
Wow.
It was $100. Yeah. Okay. So
overall cost.
It's hard to say. Because when you have back-to-back great artists, I feel like it's just right rated.
Yeah, especially with concert tickets now.
Yeah.
I feel like we're still in the same they're taxing. Are they taxing for VIP? So I did talk to my neighbor. He went to Dreamville and he said he spent the first year. He said he spent $300 for VIP last year.
$300 is
and like it just started. So like we have tripled, quadrupled, literally 5 times the amount for that stuff.
It's almost like, can you be mad? Because while the prices has tripled, quadrupled, so has the audience size.
True.
Like Cole is really making some money from this shit, bro.
I agree.
And it's a beautiful thing. Again, that just takes me back to...
And this is not cheap. Like I said, I really am like... I admire someone who can plan this much. And I know it's not just J. Cole. It's like a whole team of people. But this is not easy to do.
No.
Like I really want you to understand, like planning something in the city with different vendors. Different... Like he's talking... There's so many third-party people that's just in the way... or, helping out.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot that goes into it for to be able to put it together.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, as far as vendors, they start early. Like, they start before, so Dreamville is always in April. I want to say they start asking, like, food vendors and stuff end of the year. Like, October, December areas. Getting all that together first. So we ain't got to worry about that come the new year.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine, like, when I was doing my internship in college, we put on, like, a block party, basically. It was just, like, different health vendors. We had people out there doing food and blah, blah, blah. And that took up my whole semester.
Yeah.
And literally, that was just a block party.
Just a block party.
I think we had maybe, like, 350 guests, 350 guests.
So much coordination. Security, like there's so much stuff that goes into it.
Yes, it's a lot.
It's not. I feel like it's so easy to get online and talk shit about this type of thing. But if you have the slightest bit of intelligence,
you will see this shit is not easy.
This is a lot.
Yeah.
Parking. People want to complain about parking.
Oh my God.
It is. Look, we barely got the city to say yes. You saw how Freaknik went down. Yeah. You literally saw how Freaknik when just niggas was just trying to do shit.
Yeah.
Put something on for the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Parking gets crazy. Either know where, you had a good spot last year, either map out where you want to park for free or come out your pocket.
But even then, it was different from last year.
It was. Because
they
blocked a lot of stuff off.
They blocked off so much stuff. Because last year we were able to just sneak into a little neighborhood.
We did.
Park our car and then walk in the back of it. All that shit was blocked off this year.
Yeah.
All of it was blocked off.
They said, you thought you was about to park for free?
Oh, that was cute.
We still ended up parking for free.
But still, but in the back of my head, I was like, damn, we might get towed. Like, I don't know. Even though there's no specific signs and stuff, you just never know.
That's also something to look out for here.
Because people get pissed if, like, there's a certain thing going on that they have no control over and they're not making no money from it.
But my parking lot is full.
Oh, yeah.
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 Let me call the tow man right now.
Right now. Come get them. Okay. At least check these tags and make sure. Because in North Carolina, you can get your car towed if your tags are dead. Now,
wow,
it's like a year into it. So like neighborhoods, like different shopping centers have signed up for it. And like the tow truck they don't even call. The tow truck just comes around, loops around and stuff.
Mind
and they'll come pick up your thing now.
Mind your business.
Crazy.
Okay. Next on our list are pre-sales. Overrated or underrated?
I don't know. I want to say this is evenly weighted too, because I was literally biting my nails trying to figure out who was going to be at this.
Yeah.
And you already spent the money, so you're just kind of just like in thin air about what's going to go on. You have to just kind of commit to it. And we had such a good time last year that I just was like, okay, I'm going to do it again.
I'm going to just do it, yeah.
But
I will
and they were cheaper. Pre-sales are cheaper than the original.
Like $50.
It's not that much though. So, you have shifted me to
Jermaine, I love you.
Overrated.
The only thing I think is overrated is probably buying tickets before the set list.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Well, that's pre-sale though.
Yeah, but it's like other pre-sales are, well, you're right, because other pre-sales are for concerts and you already know who you're seeing.
Yeah.
But I feel like Rolling Loud doesn't do that. Like other festivals.
Might do it now.
Oh.
They might do it now.
Corny.
Yeah.
Corny.
It is. I think Coachella does, because I remember people waiting for the set list to drop.
Corny. I feel like the rush is nice. The rush is worth it. But if you already spent money on those tickets and you not finding anybody that you want, that would suck.
But also the thing happens with this time where the set list changed the week of. So Chris Brown was supposed to perform, which we talked about in our last podcast, I believe. And now it was 50 Cent.
However,
and that was literally like 4 days ago.
I will say, I don't think there's anything wrong with set list changes. It can be a little inconvenient, but I will say the way that they did it is tacky. The way that they announced the set list change was tacky.
On April Fool's Day?
On April Fool's. Yeah. So nobody is really taking y'all serious.
Yeah.
And then all these news cycles are reporting like, no, it's for real, it's for real. And me, I'm like, okay, yeah, y'all so silly.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for like 8 o'clock in the morning, April 2nd, for them to be like, y'all know Chris Brown coming.
Yeah. No, he didn't. He did not show up, in fact.
No. And I don't know if this is just too nosy of me, but everybody who wasn't coming anymore, him, Money Long, I think that was it, just those two. I was on their Instagrams, on their Twitters, looking for the announcement. Like,
the apology.
Hey, y'all,
the
such
apology.
And such happened. Nothing. Oh, so it's fuck me?
It's fuck you.
What 50 Cent say? What you say fuck me for?
A lot of people. I saw a lot of people in North Carolina selling their tickets.
So many people
as soon as Chris
sold
Brown
their tickets.
dropped their tickets.
Yeah.
And I know some people picked them up. They got them sold. It's not like it was hard to sell them, but I know a lot of people who were.
I've seen a lot of people just from Fayetteville wanting to sell their tickets, going in on selling their tickets. And yesterday, where was they at? At the damn concert.
I know they were. I know it were.
So
and I know a lot of people who said they were gonna I'll just do a Broccoli Fest or whatever. But like, since we're in North Carolina, it's just so much cheaper to do Dreamville than to go to a Rolling Loud or a Broccoli Fest and stuff like that, and have to pay for hotel,
travel,
have to pay for
food.
Uber, travel, and all those other places. You have to pay for parking where you stay. Not only parking at the festival, but DC. All of the hotels there, you have to pay like overnight parking, and it's not cheap. It's like $50 a night.
See, my thing is,
I've never stayed at a hotel in DC and didn't have to pay for parking, and it pisses me off every time.
My thing is, I like to think differently. I am a small city girl.
Yeah.
So when I hear shit like this, and I get on the highways and y'all got 5 lanes, hold the hell up.
You would hate driving in California.
I would hate driving anywhere.
You would hate it. You would hate me driving in California. If you were driving with me, you would be.
I am, which everybody chill on me. I am a passenger seat driver.
Yeah, same. No, you're a driver, like as in
passenger seat driver.
I'm weak.
I'm a passenger seat driver. So like, I get on her all the time. Anything. I'm not gonna call you out, but I get on her all the time when we get in the car, because it's just like, girl,
it's the seatbelt and the blinker. I don't turn my blinker on when I switch lanes.
Ooh.
I wanted it to be a surprise.
She don't turn her blinker on until she turning her steering wheel.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I am a passenger victim. I don't care if I'm in the passenger seat. It is what it is. My life is in your hands. I do no longer care. I'm not gonna put the energy towards caring. It is what it is. I'm just living my best life in the passenger seat.
Couldn't be me, because I'm gonna look at a nigga like, You know I'm in your car, right?
You and then the Uber, that's the other thing about the overrated, underrated. That's very overrated. The Uber there's no way when it comes to parking overrated. And Ubering, there's no way outside of VIP section, there's no way out of being inconvenienced.
No.
There you can be, especially if a festival like Dreamville has been around for a couple years, everyone in the city kind of knows what's going on. Airbnbs are going to be high, parking is going to be high. You can park in someone's neighborhood. This guy was trying to charge $30 to park in his neighborhood.
Yeah,
like it's going to be it's going to be inconvenient. We parked farther out, but we had to take an Uber there. We walked back. It was 30 minutes. You're going to be inconvenienced. There's no way around it. Yeah. And the Uber's going to say 20 minutes away. Then it's going to be 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And now you're supposed to just walk. Yeah.
And my thing is driving, getting an Uber there isn't terrible. Trying to get an Uber back
is awful because everyone's leaving at the same time. Yes. Ubering there is kind of staggered a little bit.
Yes. Yeah. It's terrible. People will be sitting on the side of the road while you're walking to your car and have been sitting there for an hour.
Yeah.
No. I'll walk to my car.
And the Uber app will lie to you. So you get your hopes up okay, I'll pay this $50 for whatever. And they wait.
Yeah, and my thing is, if the app doesn't crash on you,
right?
It's so many people trying to call an Uber, a ride share, whatever.
Right.
It overrated.
That's another thing. Just in general, you can't base your experience off of other person's experience.
No, or the year before.
When it comes to any of that, or the year before, because it could be completely different. You can be with someone the entire day and they have a completely different experience on how to get there and how they left. So.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
Very overrated.
But I said, as in general, most people say that they went through hell and high water.
Yeah.
At some point of the day.
So overall performance, overrated or underrated?
I will say that you get what you pay for.
Ooh.
It's a discounted price.
Yeah.
Obviously, I will say, I think that Beyonce leveled up everyone's game when it came to festivals.
Yeah,
I think I will give that to her because I went to festivals before. I went to Rolling Loud before. Beyonce performed at Coachella, and I went to the Meadows. The Meadows, actually, fun fact about that one. I was there when Kanye West rushed out because Kim got robbed.
Oh,
I was at that festival. Oh my God, that was such a good festival. I meant to talk about that. I saw Chance the Rapper.
Ooh.
I saw Bryson Tiller when in his prime.
Yeah, when he first dropped.
And I saw Mac Miller, R.I.P. And I saw Kanye West. That was a really good festival.
Lineup.
And that wasn't even the whole lineup. That was just that was one day. It was a really.
And this was New York.
This was New York when I switched on my little. Yo, I thought I was grown. I went to New York, broken leg,
fucked up leg,
fucked up ankle. Hopped on a plane to go to New York with a little in the middle of the school year. Came back. I think I was 21 years old.
Grown.
I
definitely remember this.
I was living fast. But anyway.
I remember you telling me you were going to New York.
And my phone was broken. So I was on a trap phone. I was literally on a phone that I bought from Walmart that was couldn't get on the internet type phone. Keypad.
You are crazy. See,
Calling my friends and my dad. I had 4 numbers saved. I had your number saved. I had Nadi's number saved. My dad's number saved. And made my Cameron's.
See, we are both fire signs, but this is that Leo shit.
That was a real Leo shit. I just had that in my laptop because my laptop had everything. As long as I jumped on Wi-Fi with my laptop, my trap phone, I was out of there. But I do think you get, to go back to our subject, I do think you get what you pay for when it comes for an overall performance. Beyonce really leveled it up. Yeah. But before then, people were kind of just getting on, playing their songs. You're excited to see them, but there was no performance to it. But Beyonce did her thing, and then everyone's like, okay, I can make a set for a festival. Yeah. What do you think?
She did great. I don't feel like she really made people level their stuff up because Beyonce is choreography, Beyonce is graphics, Beyonce is live bands, all of that. Y'all are getting on stage, which is no shade. Y'all getting on stage with y'all 4 backup dancers and your name behind you. Yeah. I mean, that's fine.
They weren't doing that before. They didn't have backup dancers. They didn't have it was few and far in between. Maybe some lights. I remember Kanye having lights and stuff like that. But to the performance where he does now, his festival performance did not look like his concerts. Yeah. Across the board, I don't think anybody's festivals, but now I feel like it's a little bit more similar. Yeah. I know that it's a festival. It's a kind of a fair where they just take everything down in a day. Real quick, yeah. So it can't be but so much.
Yeah. But I don't know. So we're gonna talk about President Dreamville 2024.
Yes. Are we good on time?
Okay, cool. So the lineup this year, SZA, 50 Cent, JID, Yachty, Schoolboy Q, Sexy Red, Jeremiah, Earth Gang, Tizo Touchdown, Amare. I really hope I said your name right, girl. Lute, Lil Tyler, Damani, Cole, Nikki, Rima, Jeezy, Monica, Ray Shrimmer, Key Glock, Boz, Huncho, Kaz, Omen, Tia Corinne, Chase Shakur.
Yeah. So very small.
Very small.
Because he said that in like 20 seconds.
He has a lot of smaller names.
Yeah.
I think more
Which is
than
still
bigger
good.
names. It's not terrible.
And I just said this earlier that I'm not too mad that there's not a lot of big names because I don't feel like I'm missing anything.
Yeah. True.
No offense.
I'm so
Believe
sorry.
me, if I was a camper and I was like I was before, I'd be out there all day.
If we were 5 years younger.
Yes, and
sure.
we might be out of the demographic. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. We might just be out of the demographic a little bit. But yeah, we saw SZA last night. We missed 50 Cent. He was on a different stage.
And we were cold.
We were cold. It was freezing. We saw Jid. We saw Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty put it on a really good performance. So did Jid.
We saw Jeremiah.
Conspiracy. It was AI.
Which is, we don't think he was there. We think either they put up an older performance or maybe he was at the other stage and we didn't know.
But someone said that someone tried to tell us, and I'm not sure if it's true, that the stage was lower. It wasn't up. So that's why we couldn't see.
That makes no sense.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense why they would do that. So we were just all really confused why that was happening. Even with the dancers being on the back of the stage, you know how people move throughout the stage through their performance?
Yeah.
Nothing was happening.
We didn't see anything.
Didn't see anything.
So, yeah, Jeremiah, I think you got a free check.
Yeah.
SZA did amazing. It was so good to the point where I thought she was lip syncing. Because I'm like, you sound just like the studio. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
And she had the track playing behind her, but she was
also
still
had
singing,
vocals.
yeah.
Oh my God, she did so good. She looked so good. Body was
bodying.
That body.
It was bodying.
Whew, that's like for a good minute, like 5 minutes. That's all I was looking at. Like the thighs.
Yeah.
Supports the ass so great.
It does. That's why I think that. Don't get me into it, but yeah.
If you want to call the doctor, call the doctor.
Call the doctor, but make sure they get the right doctor. And also, listen to the doctor. If they say gain 20 pounds, gain them 20 pounds.
Because the doctor know what they're doing. I hope she never gives that man's name up.
Oh, yeah.
I hope she never gives that man's name up.
Also, that she was a good candidate for a thing. That's what I was saying. I think that her body was a good candidate for something like that because she was already pretty sturdy. Yeah. There's girls that are 120 pounds trying to get booties.
Yeah. Your body can't take that, babe.
Please gain 20 pounds, gain 30 pounds, and then go back to the doctor. Like some people who want to get waist loss surgery, they have to lose a couple pounds before they can get the surgery. I think it's the same way the other round, especially if you're getting extra things added onto you. It's just not going to look natural. Do what you do. Yeah. Love your body. Do what you want to do what you don't want to do. But just
look good.
If you're on the smaller side, just consider, hey.
Maybe you just need a little booty.
Just a little booty. Don't overdo it, but.
Whatever.
So
we're going to talk about what to expect during the Dreamville concerts.
Yeah.
And let's get to the big one for this year.
Weather.
The weather.
It was a cold day in April.
It was a cold night in Raleigh, North Carolina last night. It was so cold. And we knew it was going to be cold. Which the cold is fine. It was windy.
And it's going to be colder tonight.
Yeah.
We had blankets out there. We have prepared more blankets for this evening.
Yeah.
We were with a group of people, so we're gonna try to bring extra blankets.
And I think tonight we might have more blood flowing in our system.
Yeah.
Mainly because it's gonna be Nikki, so we're gonna be doing all of this.
It was a very slow night too.
It was super chill. Last night was super chill. I feel like we're gonna be doing a whole bunch of this, a whole bunch of jumping. Cole is gonna get on stage. And might be. I hope he talk a little shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
That'd be exciting.
Yeah. So we're gonna be.
He has to. I'm not gonna get too far.
Yeah, I'm about to say we're gonna get to it. Lines.
The fair.
Put on some comfortable shoes.
Yeah. The fair. Expect if you've ever been to the state fair before, expect lines like that.
Yeah.
Like about 5-10 minutes. 15 minutes. Try to and then also be smart. People are gravitating toward a certain performance. Maybe you can stop and get some food at that point.
Stop at the bathrooms.
Just because they're a little bit more clear.
Yeah.
Also, there's there's so many people that people kind of miss that there's an empty line right there. Everyone's kind of just gravitating what everyone else is doing. So maybe if you look at the workers, see what they're doing, see what they're directing, because everyone else is just kind of like mindless zombies. A lot of the people are like, smoking, drinking and stuff in their own right, having a good time, but they're not like paying attention to what's going on. So pay attention to the workers.
And my thing is, don't get too annoyed. Like either way, you're gonna be waiting.
You're gonna be waiting.
It's fine.
Yeah, and that's what the VIP. Yeah, probably. I'm sure they have to wait in VIP. Right. I don't know though.
Right. Yeah, just be prepared. Medical situations / emergencies.
Yeah.
Do not come out to Dreamville full of liquor. And full of weed, and you ain't drunk not one bottle of water.
Please drink water. We saw someone faint last year.
In line. Didn't even get in the festival yet.
Yeah.
Please be prepared.
Any festival, please drink your water. If you're going to be outside, please eat. If you're going to be drinking, take your medicine. Yes. Have people around you that, care about you.
Yeah.
And care about those things.
Yeah.
About you. Because, Also, did we talk about, just people freaking out?
No.
So last year we had a thing where the speakers kind of blew out a little bit,
and people thought it was gunshots, and we almost got trampled.
Freaked out, and we almost got trampled. Yeah,
we were sitting down when everybody started running.
Because
it's very scary.
We talked about at the beginning, a lot of people. I cannot understate how many people there are there.
And if you want to be extra safe, please know all your exits. Drop a pin for where you're parked at.
Yeah.
Keep up with your friends.
Yes.
All of that. Just be prepared for anything to happen, because you really never know.
Because that brings us to the next thing, which is cell reception. You're not going to have it.
Ooh, just pictures and videos. That's all your phone is good for.
You might be able to text people.
Yeah.
Have your landmarks out there because, again, with the camping shit.
Yeah.
This
is our meeting point.
This is our meeting point. Make sure you meet before. There's signs, because each side of the thing, stage had big signs that said the blue 15 or blue whatever, blue number. It's easier to find people that way than try to be like, oh, the Bacardi stand or this attraction or whatever. Sometimes it's just easier just to see a sign. Everyone sit there and give a time too, so people know.
Just be prepared,
y'all. Be prepared, because the cell reception's not there.
Bathrooms. I will say, last year I was drinking a little bit, so I had to use the bathrooms more than I did this year.
Yeah.
And I was more prepared, because the first year I went, there's a bathroom right by everything, and that's the one I was using. Do not do that.
Yeah.
Because the porta potties will fill up. Literally fill up, and it's disgusting. I would go to, the further areas where the bathrooms are. They always have just rows and rows and rows of bathrooms. So it's less likely for those to be as dirty as the more commonly used ones. Bring wipes just in case. I always feel like if you're outside all day, get you a wipe. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Funds that you will be spending. Please do not come to Dreamville, any festival really, with no money.
No.
Like we said, parking is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Food is going to be crazy. Please don't let you want some merch or something.
Yeah. If you're willing to stand in line for merch and stuff.
Now, I will also, even if you're not willing to stand in line, there's some bootleggers on the side of every street, okay? Selling some shirts, some hoodies, the knockoffs. If you want to do that. But make sure you got you some money, okay?
They did a really good job of excuse me, you don't have to have cash.
Yeah, no, they accept everything.
It's 2024.
There was one guy, me and Taylor were walking yesterday. He was saying he had hoodies. He was like, Cash App, Zelle, EBT.
Yes.
Like EBT.
EBT, taking anything.
You want it, we got it, baby.
Yeah.
So funny. Festival buddies.
Please.
I grew up, we were with some young people. We grew up in an age where whoever you come with, you staying with the whole time, and you leaving with them.
You might not be happy with what they do. You might get voted. You might be the minority vote.
Outvoted.
You might get outvoted.
But we gonna stay together.
We're gonna stay together. You might be a little, these people don't want to get. But
it's fine.
It's better than
being by yourself
and not being able to reach that person for possibly hours.
Because like we said, cell phone reception is trash. Yeah, I'm not leaving whoever I came with. Sorry.
And if you do leave people who you come with, please make sure that person's staying in the same spot. Like, don't just go in 2 different directions and walk.
Yeah.
Or have a meeting time and a place. Like, just have a plan. And
we can't stress that enough.
I know a lot of people are intoxicated and they don't think like this, but it's even scarier when you're intoxicated and you can't find someone. You're gonna have just so many
faces passing by.
Yeah.
We're old, so we be prepared.
But just think things through a little bit.
Yeah.
And also go with festival people who have the same mindset as you.
Yes.
Because I think that what happened, because we were with some people yesterday, which is fine, but I think some of them were wanting to go up front, and we were the type of people that stay back.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't have the same mindset, which is fine, just know that you come with a plan.
Yeah.
Or also just go with people who are okay with not being in the front if you don't want to be in the front, or go with people who want to be up front. Because that could change your experience, and we don't want anybody wasting their money. We want
everybody to enjoy themselves.
I didn't do the blah 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 blah. You're an attraction person. You want to go on the Ferris? Well, know that you're going to be. If you don't mind waiting the 2 hours, to get on the Ferris,
it's fine.
Cool. You can have a buddy that does that with you, but
just talk about everything beforehand. So we're gonna talk about who we are excited to see real quick, and then we're gonna get into some shit.
Yes, so I was excited. We made this outline before
Dreamville.
Dreamville. So I was really excited to see Tizo, Nicki, and SZA. They put my boy Tizo on at 2:15.
So early, we were very upset about that.
And I know he's a new artist, but like
he's making a lot of movement. And 2:15 was crazy.
2:15 was crazy, but we're gonna see his concert.
Yeah, so we're not too mad.
Nicki's tonight. We're so excited, obviously. And SZA was amazing last night, so I was really happy about that.
I am very excited. I was very excited to see Sexy. We also missed Sexy. And that's another person I'm mad that they put on so early.
She was on at 4:15.
Because listen, I'm nobody's, musical god or whatever.
Right.
However, Sexy is, and I won't call any of you artists out, Sexy is making a lot of splashes. And I think she's making more movement than a lot of people who went on after her.
Yeah, and I also think that Sexy has more of like a turnt vibe to her.
She does. It should have been nighttime.
Same with Waka Flocka. His was early too. And I feel like there's a turnt vibe that should happen at night, because if you've been to a festival before, there's kind of that lull in between the biggest artist and the other artist. And I feel like you should put that person in the pocket. Like, even before, they didn't have SZA set. They didn't have a DJ on the set.
Yeah, that's
like
so
pumping
weird.
Everybody else. It's cold out here. We need our body moving.
Yeah, they did have DJs at the different booths.
Yeah,
and he was keeping us going.
But I've been on the main stage. There should have been a DJ like setting shit up, ready. And I feel like they had that last year. And I don't know if I'm going crazy.
They did.
Okay, good. But I feel like Sexy probably could have been one of those people before SZA.
Yeah.
Especially because
they're
linked together.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. What do we know?
Whatever.
We already talked about last minute changes to the set. It's not to be unexpected. However, I just think it was tacky this year.
I think it was tacky, and I think it can be hard on a lot of people to get change, especially with the headliner changing. But it happens
that was crazy.
So often.
Yeah. Now, I will say a headliner change is wild.
But it happens so often. Yeah. And I feel like if you are a festival person, you know that.
Yeah.
And you can, swing with the punches, and it's a part of the experience.
Yeah.
Which is okay. But like I said, everyone's not festival people in general.
And that's okay.
Don't hate that. But I want anyone who's watching this video, if it is your first festival, to get an honest,
be prepared
experience about.
Like some of our
and
people.
They don't know what the people in the trenches are going through.
And so it's shocking.
And so it's shocking. And so it's like, oh yeah, of course, James Charles and freaking what's her name? Vanessa Hudgens. They're look perfect and they're not even sweating in fucking 90-degree weather. And coach,
but, like you said, they're not in the trenches.
They're not in the trenches. They're not in the stand. They probably had fans.
Yes.
Oh, have you ever been to Vegas before?
No.
The places in Vegas, they have these fans, but they sprinkle a mist of water.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
That hot outside.
Yeah,
so certain attractions like Wet and Wild and other not Disney's, and I think did Disney have it in LA? Or maybe I'm tripping. But I know a lot of attractions in Vegas have that little misty thing just because it gets so hot.
That's crazy.
People could die.
This is true.
People could die.
This is true. Okay. We getting the fuck into it.
Let's get into it.
Because we got some rap beef going on. that is very entertaining to me.
Yes.
Listen, I love music in general. I love everything about music. When we get to some beef, I'm front and center. I love me some rap beef. It don't even got to be rap beef. Y'all want to do R&B beef? I love when the boys was arguing over who was the king of R&B.
Yes, loved it.
Y'all gonna pull y'all stops out. Y'all gonna pull y'all awards out. Y'all gonna pull out what y'all did, what number you were on the billboards and everything. Talk your shit. I love people talking their shit.
I was excited when I saw that Kendrick went towards Drake and J. Cole.
It was crazy.
I loved it.
Nigga, fuck the big three.
It's just big me.
Ooh, rude.
Out of nowhere, came out of... And that's the funny part about it is that like the song itself kind of is complimenting Kendrick.
Yeah.
So the fact that he was like, nah, niggas. Nah. It's like chef's kiss. It's like, ooh, y'all thought you ate with that. You didn't.
It was given very much, we're all a basketball team and we won the game.
Yeah.
And Kendrick was like, nigga, no, I scored those points.
I scored those points.
I scored those points.
And we were talking about response time because J. Cole just dropped his
Friday.
And I feel like that was a little too late.
It was too late.
But it did align with his festival, which we're excited to see a J. Cole set tonight, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, rap is a competitive sport to me.
It is. It's a timely...
I love that for...
Yes. I need you to be on time.
I need you to say something. And you think Drake is going to say anything?
I feel like, okay, so Amani has a theory that Drake is coming out tonight with Cole.
Yes, I do.
And I feel like if that's true, some shit will be said. Because it's going to be both of them on stage.
Said, but do you think he's going to put it in a song?
The thing about Aubrey is, because I don't even think that's Drake anymore. This is Aubrey. Aubrey goes after weak links, but whenever he's in a beef with some powerful or popular men, it does not get as grimy as it can. Him and Meek's beef, I put out whatever the first song was. Fact checker, what was the first Drake diss that he put out to Meek Mill?
It was Charged Up.
Charged Up. Mm-hmm. Charged Up was great. Drake said, I'm twiddling my thumbs. Oh my God, let me go back in the studio. I waited 4 days. Nigga, where y'all at?
Where are you at? You talk about 4 days. You talk about timing and...
But
this
now
is
that
2 weeks old.
Now that we with Kendrick, it's you on Instagram doing captions. I ain't even taking this shit seriously. Why?
The thing about Drake that is so funny to me is that Drake came up with Young Money. So he's used to collaborative things, I feel like. And so and he's used to saying I'm the best, but you're saying I'm the best with Lil Wayne in your corner. So you're really not, you're saying it as a figurative of speech at this point. Honestly.
Just to be on his
you know
side.
that because your homie is Lil Wayne. You're just like, not you, Lil Wayne, but I'm the best. But like Lil Wayne, I'm up next or whatever.
Yeah, but you know, I'm like I said last episode, I am a Drake fan down. You have to be something in order to catch Lil Wayne's attention.
Right. And I agree with that. But I'm just saying, like, as far as beefs go, he's not ready for beefs because you grew up in a, like, it's like you grew up with surrounded by collaborative and like people like rooting for you and stuff.
Like a rich parent. Or if you had a rich parent growing up.
And then you get into the people and people are like not nice to you.
Yeah.
And also I feel like everyone who's came after Drake came about it in a very competitive way as far as in their songs.
Yeah.
They're not on interviews talking shit about you.
Yeah.
Except for what's his name recently. They said that he was Pop. Def Jam, what's his name?
His name is Joe Budden you're talking about?
No, not Joe Budden. There was an artist. He sings Miss Fat Booty.
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't him.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It was Mos Def.
It was Mos Def.
It was
Mos
Mos
Def.
Def.
I said Def Jam.
Yeah. Mos Def.
Mos Def said that's the only person that I've really seen address Drake in a very like interview way. But everyone who's addressed Drake, they've come at him in a song. So it's like that is if someone comes at you in a song or in a track, I feel like that's in the realm of the art, so you can react in that art. Why aren't you saying nothing back?
Yeah.
Like it's not that this nigga hates you.
It's boring.
That's the whole part of me and my brother were arguing about. I'm so passionate about this because me and my brother were arguing about this. And I was like, both of my brothers are like athletes. They grew up doing like sports, competitive sports their whole life. I'm like, Austin, I've seen you drunk talk your best friend. Call him trash, like talked cold cash shit about him, dap him up and go home because it was about the game. It wasn't about you as a person. And I feel like if someone's talking about Drake, they talk about his like rap career or whatever. They're talking about his artistry, not him as a person. He always takes it personal.
Yeah.
I'm just like.
But I think Drake is a personal kind of guy. Like, I think he's one of those, he might not say it out loud, but it's just like, I think he's one of those like, fucking me, you ain't fucking with it.
He's a Scorpio too.
Yeah, they're sensitive.
It's very black and white with them.
But they are aggressively sensitive. It gets really
I love
bad.
Scorpios, but like it is black and white. Ooh. If they think you're on the other side, there's no switching. It's fuck you.
Yeah.
It's very much. And if he said he didn't like that little comment, he meant that shit.
And just something about the other side is funny, but I just really enjoy J. Cole on his response.
Yeah.
7 Minute Drill. Or is that it? 7 Minute Drill is that what it's called? Yeah. He was talking about niggas switching sides like tassels when you graduating.
That was cute.
Who's switching sides, Cole?
Are you not talking about Drake?
I thought he was talking about K-Dot.
Or was he talking about
I feel like he was talking
Future?
about K. Ooh.
Because Future was the one that was cool with Drake.
Yeah.
And also, I refuse to believe it's about a woman. I hope not.
I believe
they're both
it.
Scorpios and sensitive. So but like
them being very strong womanizers, I believe it. Cause I can see both of them. Like
I hope not.
On both sides, like whether you fucking with Drake or Future, I can very much see like I'm fucking with Future. I'm fucking with Future. We got a couple pictures together. And then maybe I see his homeboy and it's like, so then the next week, I'm with Drake. So now Future like, you ain't see me with her?
Is it that or is they pillow talking?
It could be that too. I think it's more so pillow talking now that you say that.
Because like, I just can't, like with men that make that much money, I cannot fathom like.
But I don't think, okay, so if it's them switching up on girls, cool. But I feel like when it's a girl switching up on them.
Yeah. Oh, they can't.
You don't know me?
It. Oh, they can't.
My name is Nevadius. You don't know me? My name is Aubrey. You don't know me? No, I don't like that. That's what I think.
The Scorpios like you to move exactly how they want you to move.
As soon as you don't,
got you figured out, they like it like that to the end of time. They don't care how bad they treat you. They don't care about nothing. They want it to be the exact same all the way through.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So I have a question for you. Do you think rap beef is dead?
Do I think rap beef is dead? I think that the way that we're used to it going is dead.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of internet stuff which I don't like.
Yeah.
I think I like everything to be put in the music.
Me too.
I just like to experience it that way.
Me too.
And I think there's a fun, like I'm a trash talker. Like I said, I came from a very competitive household. We trash talk. I think it's funny. I can laugh if you trash talk me and there's a funny joke in that, I'm going to laugh. I'm going to snicker. I'm going to be mad. I'm going to snicker at it. Because like, I just think, oh, you got me with that one. You ate me up a little bit. And I feel like that's what rap kind of should have been. Not should have been, because I don't know. But like it was. But I feel like now people are like, get the internet behind them. They get hyped and they take it really personally.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I somewhat think rap beef is dead. Mainly because, like you said, I feel like I am very keen, and I hate to be one of those older people, but it's like, I am a girl who feels like the internet ruined everything.
Yeah, same.
The internet ruined everything. Glorilla and JT were just beefing on the timeline not too long ago. And I don't care about what y'all are tweeting. Please, what Lotto say? Get in the booth, bitch.
But that also, rap beef started offline. It was a rumor that was started that Glorilla hit JT. Yeah. And JT was upset because Glorilla didn't clear it up.
Yeah.
And then had a song that said slapping on rap bitches
and making bail. Okay, but that's my thing.
Again, didn't clear it up that it was JT.
But that's my thing. You pissing me off with this music and you putting that in the line, I'm writing.
Right.
I'm writing some shit because you got me fucked up. And let me tell y'all what happened in the song.
Right.
I don't care about your tweets.
But
it's entertaining, but I don't care.
Yeah, and that's also a weird thing that when you anything's on the internet, and there's so many different perspectives, there's so many eyes that it goes through that you don't have control of it. People think that they can control a certain storyline, but you don't.
Yeah.
And something that could have like very well not have happened at all has made a huge like impact, and you don't even know how to stop it because you're just like, why am I going to comment on something that's a complete lie? Like, how am I supposed to even feed into this?
And I feel like, so last episode we were talking about how the industry puts some girlies against each other.
Yes.
And I think it's the internet now. Yes. Because once something goes around about, oh, this girl doesn't like this girl, their fans will start going against each other as well. And that's when the real shit starts.
And I agree. I also think that... speaking of rap beef, like the Nicki Minaj and Cardi B rap beef, there is, and Nicki Minaj has like beefed with a lot of people, but I also think that she's just a very opinionated woman that's not going to keep her opinion to herself.
Yeah.
If she sees something, sometimes when you see something stupid, you don't have to announce that it's stupid.
Yeah.
I feel like she can't help herself. You're fucking dumb. And
yeah,
just,
very
like,
fired.
Love that for you. As a fire sign, I love that for you. But you have to know that that's going to piss some people off because they don't know that they're dumb, or
especially with a big platform.
With a big platform, like, because like the Nicki and Cardi beef, I believe from what I know, it started because she changed her verse for Motorsport,
right?
Because Cardi didn't understand the reference in Motorsport. She thought she was she was coming for her.
Yeah, because she said because at first it was if Cueto the QB, then I'm Nick Lombardi. But it was first if Cardi the QB, then I'm Nick, basically saying like
I'm the
you
coach,
got my back.
But I'm the coach and you're the QB or whatever.
But I feel like Cardi was like, you trying to
girl me. Yeah. But Nicki does that with all of her verses though. She always puts the person in there. I'm just like,
she does.
So that misunderstanding turns into this, turns into that, turns into the fans like dogpiling it and making it a thing. And also, I feel like at the point Nicki was having like a down, not a downward moment, but like a.
I don't think it was a downward moment. I think it was just another girl was coming up.
Yeah, there was a hate train coming after her. Because, whatever, there were so many women that have not been. There was at that point, there had not been anybody else that had reached Nicki's level of popularity. So people are like, well, why is that? That must be Nicki. Yeah. Nicki must be stopping bags and she must be making it so nobody else can be it. And I don't think that was the case.
I personally think, bitch, I'm popping. Sorry. Y'all want some notes? Y'all want the pink print? I don't know what to tell y'all.
I literally already gave it to you.
But I also think I think a lot of it had to do with Cardi is coming up. She's making these big splashes. Yeah. Nicki, you should.
Yeah.
I ain't got to do a goddamn thing.
You know what? As a Sagittarius, you think that,
I ain't got to do a damn thing.
Why are you telling me what to do? First of all, why the fuck are you telling me what to do?
Yeah, she popping.
Okay. When it feels right, I'll do it. Yes. But like, I think you're right. People just kept telling her, "Oh, you have to do this. You have to do this."
Listen, I know me a Sag sister now.
Yeah, that makes so much sense after you say like that.
I love me a Sag sister now.
But I just didn't like the picture that they painted for her actor, like try to make her seem like bitter and all that stuff. And it's hard not to, as a fire sign, I keep saying, as a fire sign, I get it. Even though some of the things I was like, girl, get the fuck offline.
It makes sense.
Log off. But it makes sense sometimes. It's just like, and you can only poke somebody so much. You can only bother someone so much.
And I feel like it's just so bad because sometimes I'll think like, Nicki, shut up. But then it's just like, if me being a fire sign and I'm in her shoes, I might do the same thing.
I can't stop it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can tell that person because you already been trying to tell me what to do. And I've been telling you to leave me alone. And you keep.
I've been on top for how long? Y'all trying to give me advice? No thanks.
No thanks.
Don't need it. Thanks.
No thanks. And also, you're giving this new girl all of this stuff that I had to work my ass off for. All of a sudden, you're just handing it to her, and then like, you're just bitter. But here you go, like.
But I will say, Cardi. This is one of the last things we'll say. Cardi had mixtapes. I will say she was working on them mixtapes.
She was working,
because I remember on Bodak Yellow. What is it? 3 or 2 dropped 2 mixtapes in 6 months. Mm-hmm. What bitch working as hard as me? She was working. Love and Hip Hop, she was working. You had to work to be somebody before Love and Hip Hop. She was very social media famous before that.
Yeah, she was.
Don't sleep on my girl. She worked for it. It just, and I'm not going to say it happened faster for her because who knows how long she was, putting in work. But I will say, once she got on Love and Hip Hop, shoot it up for her.
No, yeah. When the sponsors came in, they came in with big dollar bills.
Yeah.
Like they came in when the money started coming in, it came in very high.
Love that for her.
And I don't know her, and I don't know if they were trying to lowball her, but it did seem from an outsider's point of view that they were coming in racks first.
Yeah.
Off gate.
Yeah.
But they were also riding the internet wave, which was when she came in. They started monetizing the internet, like just social media presence. People in general, they were just throwing hella money at them, and Cardi B just was one of those people who were able to come, to get scooped into it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I love it for her. I don't know, love that for her.
But for circling back to J. Cole and Drake and all of that, do you think that Drake is going to respond? Do you think? Okay, me neither.
I think, and the only reason why I'm giving Cole a little leeway was because I love that diss.
Yes. It was a good diss.
Oh, it was a great diss.
It's a good diss. And at the second half of it, I really feel like he was riding Kendrick's wave.
Yeah, you did say that.
Which I feel like was like a little diss in itself.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, this is what you be on, and I'm doing it better.
I'm going to do it 10 times better.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did say, like, if it's between me and you, nigga, you're getting smoked.
Yeah.
And I love that.
They were very direct.
There's no confusion.
There's no confusion. You know what I'm talking about.
And I like that in rap beef, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that.
And then I think Kendrick's going to respond to J. Cole.
Ooh.
I think so.
Pray.
Because I feel like the initial track was a warning shot.
Yeah.
I don't think that was
the official diss.
And also, do you think that Drake was dissing Drake? Or, I mean, Kendrick.
Future.
You said what?
Do you think Drake was dissing Future?
No, I was saying, do you think Kendrick was dissing Drake, or do you think he was J. Cole, or do you think he was dissing both of them?
I think it started off as... You know what? I don't know. I was going to say, I think it started off as a Drake diss, but then it was also like, I mean, I can't leave this nigga out because he was on the song too.
Yeah. I feel like it was a Drake diss. I don't think it was a J. Cole diss. I think J. Cole was dissed.
Yeah.
But I don't think that. I think he was calling out Drake.
Yeah.
Personally.
Corny. Okay. And I have another question, and then I promise we're going to wrap up. There was I don't know if it was on the J. Cole diss, but there was a line where he was saying my niggas was basically like ready to say something.
Yeah.
And he like, nah, I can't have that, what I look like. Who do you think do you think it's people on Dreamville? Do you think it's Drake himself? Because he was talking about how he had time in the streets. So that's the only way I'm thinking maybe it's not Drake, but the only reason why I do think it's Drake is because Drake got shooters behind him. It's weird. I very much believe Drake has shooters behind him. Sorry.
People really like Drake. If you like Drake, you really like Drake. So
you don't think he has shooters behind him?
Drake actually has a Canadian mob behind him.
He has shooters behind him. Not even that. Mob. He has ties in Houston, Texas, and that's who is it that he's real big
Jay
with?
Prince.
He
Prince
has
family.
ties to Jay Prince.
I was just
Niggas do not mess with Jay Prince.
I was just talking about Drake's fans in general. They're on like the same stand as like Barb's and like the Hive as far as how much they like him.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that he had mob ties.
No. Drake got shooters.
Okay.
Even if you listen to his songs, he's telling you, I got these niggas behind me. I got niggas with Dracos. Yeah. And I'm not talking about a nigga in the studio. Yeah, I don't know.
There was one song that was on the Scary Hours EP with J. Cole and Drake. And J. Cole was basically mentioning his experience while riding around Atlanta with Drake. How many people was with Drake with AK-47s?
I'm telling you.
At the time while they were riding around.
I think
the song was... I can't remember the title of the song, but it's the one with J. Cole featuring Drake on the Scary Hours EP.
I will tell you, a lot of people, and it could be genuine connections or it could be on some dick riding shit. A lot of artists fuck with Drake. And some of those niggas are hood niggas.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when him and YG linked up for a little bit. He talking about the niggas in YG camp that's gonna shoot for him. And I believe it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It gives corny because it's Drake. You're from Canada. You started off on Degrassi. Like you're, you know. I believe it. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Do you think that like we can end, I don't know, but like, do you think that like rap beef should be enough to be actually violent?
I think sometimes it can get there.
Yeah.
Only because some things, yes, we're rapping, yes, we're doing low blows. You got one more time to say my baby mama name.
Yeah.
Like, you got one more time. Like, even when he was when he had the beef with Pusha T.
Yeah.
When he dropped For the Dogs, there's the first song on there is like Virginia's Beach or something like that. Pusha's wife is named Virginia. So I thought that was a diss before I heard the song.
Okay.
But he doesn't say anything. But it's like, don't get fucking funny, nigga.
Yeah.
Don't get funny. I don't know. I think it would be hard for, like, if I was a rapper, if I was an R&B girly and you say my name in a dissing way.
I think I'm just a compartmentalizing ass person because
I can see that. That wouldn't bother you.
If it was in the context of the song and whatever, and you're even if you're on interviews talking about the song, if it's in that, cool.
Yeah.
But as soon as it's like to my face or to like on Twitter outside of that stuff, then it's like, okay.
It ain't even gotta be in my face. Even if we in a rap beef, and I know we in a rap beef, if you say something that I feel like if this is the line and you went just the tiniest bit, let me talk to you real quick.
Because I also want to do another podcast about it, because I feel like rap and R&B have this extra pressure to have this layer of realism that no other genre of art has.
Oh yeah.
That like I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, it's just entertainment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm a theater kid and stuff like that. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, there's entertainment and there's real life. Like, and we don't need to mix. They don't need to blur, but I feel like there's an expectation for it to blur in the Black community and in our art compared to other things where it does not have to blur.
I can see that because, and this is for the last thing we'll say. I was on Twitter and I saw Top Dog, who is from TDE. He was talking about how he loves seeing the back and forth between Drake and Cole or between Kendrick and Cole. It's all rap. Like, this is all, you know, fun for them. They're still two homies.
Yeah.
And that's cool. That's cool. But when I see y'all, I want mad faces.
But that's a part of it. That's a part of it too. Like, I don't know.
Sell me the drink.
No, I don't need it.
I need it.
I love it. I love like Kobe Bryant being able to cuss somebody out in their language. Yeah. Mind you, because my man was multiviolent.
Okay, but let's be real. Niggas hated Kobe
They
Bryant.
did.
Niggas
they did. But they also hated Michael Jordan too. Like on his own teammates didn't even like him when he was on the thing. But he's able to perform well, you know, and then get off the thing. Step it up, move it on with your life. This is my real life. This is like I'm on the court.
That's the thing. Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant were able to dap it up.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me niggas was not in the back of their head like, all right.
But it's still a game. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, if it's in the game, whatever, fuck it. But outside, we get drinks, fuck it. Like,
I don't know. Because we can get drinks, and as soon as I get my drink in, remember when you ain't passing the ball the second half?
See?
Why you do that?
Why are we even bringing that up? Why are we even bringing that up?
That's me. I don't know. It was just for the game? Okay. I don't know.
Let me ask y'all a question, though.
Yes.
Y'all don't think that any of this beef might be manufactured? Just on some conspiracy theory stuff? You know, album sales are low and all that?
Now, I don't feel like Kendrick needs that. One, I feel like Kendrick is somewhat trying to take himself out of the music game.
Yeah.
And I really feel like it was he heard this song. Is it K. Dot? Is it Aubrey and me? It ain't neither one of y'all niggas. Let me get in the booth and let y'all know that right now. So I think he really meant that shit. I don't think I don't think K. Dot and Cole would feed into some industry shit. I do think Drake would.
Yeah. I think that in my head, like I said, going back to like separating entertainment and real life, in my head, I can foresee it being completely manufactured. and it just being a thing. Would that be like heartbreaking? I mean, yeah, not really to me, but I can see that the realism is gone. That's a part of, for some reason, that's the part of our world.
Yeah.
That is like we can accept Taylor dating that one guy, Taylor Swift dating that football player.
Help us out.
Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce, yes, thank you.
It being completely manufactured. Like we can accept that, but like I don't know why we can't accept the fact that this beef might be completely manufactured for numbers. Like, why would that be considered? Everyone would consider that corny and stuff like that. But that's a part of like,
I think manufactured rap beef is corny. I don't want to plan anything. I want to hear something, and a nigga got me fucked up, and I'm calling my producer like, I need a dissing ass beat. I feel like that's what Kendrick did.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Metro and Future had it and it was like, hey, bro. Now that I would love the backstory of how it came to be.
Yeah.
Because both of them, even Future sounded like he was dissing them too.
No, yeah.
Dissing Drake either way. And anyway. So now I would love that backstory on how Kendrick got on the song.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if it was a we hate this nigga group chat. It's like, yeah, invite K-Dot.
Invite K-Dot.
Yeah, but no, I don't think he has to do that. I think he's too much of a real nigga to do that. There's never been anything in Kendrick's whole discography, his whole time being famous, where it feels like this is a gimmick. I don't get that vibe from Kendrick at all.
That's the whole thing for me. As soon as you put a camera or as soon as you put something out there in the universe for other people to experience, that has to be in your head, like as far as like a plan or some type of like.
No, I think he's very creative. I think he's very intentional with his music and with everything like that and how the world will see it.
Yeah.
But I don't think he makes up shit where it's just like, we're going to make this up. And then we just gonna do it. I don't see that.
But like that's the thing. His verse was like "fuck the pig." I mean,
so it was after the song.
It was after the song, but I'm saying he could have just left it at that. But it's like, nah, I'm gonna say something to these niggas because like, why the fuck not?
I don't know. I really think it just stemmed from that song. I agree with that. But I don't think that he's a problem with these niggas. I don't think that there's no problem at all. I think it's him talking shit. Like talking shit like. Yeah.
I swear,
friendly competition, day, like you
my
said.
My brothers will argue over a race that they did, like a foot race that they did 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
Okay.
Like that type of shit. Like, nah, you guys had me fucked up. I'm
gonna just get it off my chest and that's it.
But not to mention, Kendrick and Drake has been going at it, sending each other subliminal bars and songs for a long time now.
Now, see, I didn't know that, or I didn't notice it. Now, I will say, the music heads on Twitter be doing the damn thing. And I really need to start like writing some name downs or something because they really do the thing. But there was one guy who was saying Drake was sending Future sneak disses out on the whole last album. Yeah. Because they were saying, the main one that I saw was What Would Pluto Do? And that's where everybody was like, what would Pluto do? He fucked the hoe, so I did it. And everybody just like, yeah. When the diss came out, niggas was like, was you dissing him on that song? Was it like a, fuck it, yeah, you fucked with him, but fuck it, I'm gonna fuck you, girl.
Because he would have done it.
So are y'all dissing or not? And then if there was another thing I saw on Twitter where they were lining up different Drake songs and then different Future songs. And it was very much like the new album with him and Metro. It was very much like Drake did this one song, so I'ma name it. So like if Drake had a song called like It's Clear as Day Outside. Yeah. Future had one like Clouds Rolling In. Shit. It's so funny to
me. Is this a lover's quarrel?
It could be a lover's quarrel.
Have you seen that one thread that we're talking about Tupac and Diddy?
Yeah.
Being together?
No.
There is a thread going around that says that Tupac and Diddy were together.
You know what? And this is where we gonna end this motherfucking episode because ain't nobody about to talk about Tupac like that in my face.
I guess Diddy had a Tupac tattoo on his chest, on his heart. Yeah, and there's a whole, it's deep. And then the last time they were taking a picture together or they were photographed together was at Diddy's birthday party. They said that Tupac broke up with him on his birthday party. Please get into this.
I need that thread.
Research this information.
I need that thread.
It is so messy.
Ain't nobody gonna talk about Tupac like that in my face.
That's what they were trying to say, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
nope.
Hey, to jump back on the theater thing that you said, a lot of people say that Tupac was nothing but a theater actor when it came to his
Now that I will agree with, because he went to theater school. He was doing a lot of acting classes. That's how he met Jada. So now that I won't say is too far off. I don't think that everything about him was made up. Yeah. Because let's not forget, like, Tupac, his family was big in the Black Panthers.
Right.
So I very much think he always had shit like that in his head and his mind around him. A lot of people think his street savvy wasn't him.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to... I don't know. I think it's hard to fake that for some people.
Yeah.
However, he did go to acting classes, so it's possible. I don't think so.
There's two parts of it, because one, I think that it could be completely made up and it's just entertainment. Mm-hmm. And like it was leaned on. He's a good-looking guy, good-looking hood nigga. Like the bitches are gonna eat this up.
But I will say,
and they sure did. But I also think that like Black people and just people in general can be multifaceted. They could be hood and gay. They could be hood and into theater or into intelligent or and just not in the right place at the right time to get those opportunities and be able to like creatively
so I will say, if it was an act, I think that is terribly sad because it swallowed his ass up. Like if it was
and got
an
him
act,
killed, honestly.
That's what I'm saying. I think that would be terrible because while it may be an act for you, these niggas is in the streets for real. Like, these niggas is in the streets for real. And you getting clout off some shit that I do for real? I don't like that. I don't like that. But I will not agree with this line of thinking. I don't think it was an act. I'm very much a Tupac fan in this house.
We are Tupac
and that was
fans.
A real ass nigga. Period.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to the GOAT.
Well.
What else?
Well, I just wanted to promote our playlist babes. Dreamville.
Yes.
We have a Dreamville playlist for both days on YouTube. Mm-hmm. If you go to our page, you can type on play. You can tap the playlist thing. You can see our personal playlist that we made for ourselves, and then we also have Dreamville 1 and 2. Just put that thing on shuffle. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of videos in there because obviously we got it from YouTube, so it's really good.
Check it out. Get your lyrics right. Get your vibes right.
Get your vibe right.
Get ready to see your favorite
definitely,
artists. Yeah. It's going to be a great day. Day 2. Nikki and Cole.
Yes.
We are ready.
So excited.
Very excited.
Jeezy.
And Jeezy.
And Monica. Well, I think we're going to miss Monica, though.
It's okay. Yeah. But we are very much here for the rap section of Dreamville. We're very excited.
Yes.
And this is track 2, everybody.
This is track 2. Thank you for joining us for another episode.
Thank you for tuning in. Yes. And we will be back at you with another one.
Period.
Bow, bow, bow.
James says hello.
Yes, we are missing our mascot today, but he is with his doggy pals.
Yes.
Having a great time, we hope.
Yes.
Bye. We gotta go to Dreamville. Bye.